What's up, Delbert? Getting ready to turn the camera on in just a second, bud. What you up to tonight, Delbert? Oh, let's see what we got here. Black Smoke Joe, what's up? You guys doing good tonight? Let's see. What is this? What? Yeah, of course. He's toast. No longer around. Access denied. That got shut down. I'm getting ready to turn the camera on, guys. I'm just getting a couple of my locks I want to play with tonight out here on the table. And everything set up. It's just going to be a little impromptu live hangout, late night type of thing. I don't have anything big planned. I'll probably have a big live tomorrow from my lock mail that should be getting here tomorrow. We should get in the one that I was supposed to get in when we had the big launch yesterday. I think it'll come in the mail tomorrow. So I'll probably have a big launch for the lock mail tomorrow. I'll put the schedule up ahead of time for you guys on that. All right, let's get the camera rolling here and do a little bit of hanging out with you guys. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? What's up, guys? Mounta1nM1ck here tonight. Just doing a little chilling out at the house. Football is on, so Papa Mick's watching some football. We're just kicking it. I haven't really done any picking today. I've just been hanging out in the new dog pack Discord, having a good time with some of the guys over there. I think it's been going really well over there for people who have seen it. Thank you for coming over there. I'm going to throw up the banner again real quick. Dog pack is open. So if you haven't been to the dog pack Discord yet, you need to go check it out. It's already starting to have a pretty serious membership following cranked up. We've got some really cool videos added to the channel, some of the different channel spots. I'll be adding the 250 subs to the giveaway list that's also going there, as well as here on my channel. And we just got all kinds of cool stuff going on there, guys. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Delbert says, nice. I'm waiting for my Reaper Turners and a McTickler should be here tomorrow. That's awesome, Delbert. I remember you said you were going to order those. You're really going to like those, man. I think paired up with those dog legs that you have and a couple other things that you'll have a pretty well-rounded set with all of that, man. I like the McTickler pretty good as a profile. There's a couple of the other ones in the Reaper set I personally like better, but The McTickler is a fun profile to play with. I don't do as much zipping or rocking with the McTickler. I generally use it for an SPP pick. So for me, the number one or the number three, I use those just as much. But the McTickler's got a good under reach arch on it, so I do like using it for certain things. Um, Also, really like using 3 and 4, and then 5. 5 is kind of a only an emergency situation kind of thing because it's a really deep hook. I'm a big fan of the whole set of Reapers because it's really just a good gradual step up kit of flat hooks. And since I'm a flat hook kind of guy, that really fits my profile like. Um, with my Sparrows set, I'm the same way. I've got a hooker set paired with Monkey Paw and SS Div, which the SS Divs are a little more rounded in a lot of cases, but one of them is a really deep flat hook. So if you pair the hookers and the SS Divs with a handful of Monkey Paws, you're gonna have a pretty serious kit full of good starting out depths of hook. Now that's why I went that route when I got my initial Sparrows for starting out with. Um, I think with Covert Instruments, you can't really go wrong with any of the 3 start out sets they have. The Genesis, the FNG, the Echelon, and the Reaper are all good. The Reaper and the Echelon are really more for intermediate pickers, but they are strong. So as long as you're not really cranking on them, you can probably start with those too. I do find a little more comfort and definitely more feedback come from a 25 size though, guys. So my Sparrows are all in 25, and because I'm in America, many and most of the profiles of lock keyway that I face are pretty wide open things, not paracentric European stuff like I would pick with my other picks. So I think for American locks, my Sparrows are really good because they fill the keyway. Anything in a 25 is going to do a better job for you filling the keyway and giving you that best feedback and more control in something that size. But as you progress, you're going to be working on harder locks is the thing. It's not about changing sizes because of skill levels. It just so happens that the skill rank of lock goes to smaller and tighter keyways. Ergo, you need smaller and tighter picks for those. That doesn't make the skill of a smaller pick necessarily what you always want to reach for, though. Because if you're still, you can be, what I'm trying to say is, even if you're a black belt, you're probably still going to think about reaching for a 25 if you're picking on something that's got a big keyway to it. There's no reason to go for a 20 or a 19 or a 15 when you've got the room to put a 25 in there. Um, it's just basic science of physical science, guys. Whatever the biggest thing you can fit in there, that's going to give you the most feedback, and that's what I like to use. Other people like to have a little more room in there. That's an alternate theory. I'm not going to say they're wrong because everybody has their own style. So it's really not about right or wrong. It's about the results achieved. So if you're popping locks, I can't really rightly tell you you're not doing it right. Anyway, I'm getting ready to swap the camera over to the classic overmixed shoulder view here in a second. I just wanted to do our quick open here with the camera on me and say hi to everyone. Delbert says he's stuck between 20 and 25. Well, like I said, Delbert, if you could only have one with you, a 20 would be a good way to go. It really is the Goldilocks size, as they like to call it. Um, But really, as I said, if you can have one of the reasons the dog legs are such a good option, as you know, Delbert, is because they give you all 3 of those sizes. Um, I think that's one of the reasons that even a beginning picker should think about going ahead and whatever else you get. maybe consider adding a good set of dog legs, dude, because you're going to get those low reaches and you're going to get that little notch like you get on a monkey paw. And they're a great profile, especially I think for a beginner, because the low reach helps you miss the pins more, and the notch helps the pins stay centered more. So how could that not be good for a beginner, right? Well, they also, for like, I think it's like $11 right now. I can't remember the exact price, but you can get a 3-pack. That's not going to get you turners and stuff. Now, Greyhound does offer you know, a beginner set, and that's going to come with your choice of these or the heavy dog legs, and it's also going to come with the Longhorn style turner for bottom of keyway and top of keyway, and it'll come in a really nice leather pouch from Southern Specialties. So that's a little more money, but you get a really good all-around package to start with if you want to go that route. Now, if you're just adding them maybe to another set that you've already started building, I would recommend doing like I've done. Delbert sent me these, so it's cool because he's here in the chat talking with me right now. Delbert sent me this set of 3 dog legs. They come in 3, and as I said, it's about $11 for a 3-pack. And the thing that's really sweet about them, as I've shown you guys before, is you're going to get one in each size. So even though it is the same profile, um, that's really a good thing in this case because it's a good profile and it's going to give you that same style of profile consistency, but you're going to have one in all 3 of the major thicknesses that pickers like to use. Okay, so you know, when you hear us talking about 25s and 20s and 15s and odd sizes in between, they also are measured in millimeters, and that's going to be 0.4, 0.5, and 0.6 millimeter. I can tell that easily because the fine people at Southern Specialties and Greyhound decided to put both measurements on the actual pick, which is really nice. It's etched on there. You can read it. And I just think that's genius in the first place. So let me switch this camera around, guys, and we'll do a little hanging out and picking around. And we'll hang out for a little bit and see what we can come up with tonight just for fun. All right, we're also in the middle of our 250 sub giveaway. So let me put the banner on that up for a second. There we go. 250 sub giveaway is going on. And I'm gonna run the ticker for a second. It's got all the locks that you can use in the 250. So if you're wondering, Mounta1nM1ck, what am I allowed to turn in a video of to get into the contest? Just check out the ticker at the bottom. That's going to tell you what you can use in the contest. We've been getting a pretty decent amount of response on our 250 sub giveaway. People been turning in some videos. Everything's going well with that. Hey, Matt's Lock Shop. Yeah, the deep dog are wicked looking, Delbert. I'd like to try out those things. All right. So I haven't picked much today. The first thing I'm going to do is get myself familiar with some picks real quick. So just for a little fun and warming up, I'm going to pop my way into this guy. I'll talk to you guys while I'm getting it going. But I should at least do a little practice in here because I've done no picking today. So we'll take my 40 and we'll take my Sparrow's flat hook and we'll work it in on this master number 5 because that's always a good way for me to start. Just get things comfy and flowing and get into a state where I'm starting to actually pick a little bit. There we go. That was good. And let's see. Let's see if we can get this Avis orange with, let's try one of those dog legs we were talking about. Give the dog a day. We'll try to use the 25 I was talking about. I'm pretty sure there's room in the Avis for that. And if you got anything you guys want to chat with Mick about right now, I'm picking around on this thing. Feel free. I do have the chat thing in my hand here, or beside me, so I can see it while I'm picking around and talking to you guys. Get in here and see what I can do with this Avis. This is a 4540. It's an orange belt level lock. I do not know exactly what's in this thing, but I can usually rake it open without too much effort. Single pin picking it is not always easy for me, but I can get it open from time to time. So I'll try to get us an open with this one tonight. And I'll see what else I can try later tonight too. Hey, Matt's Lock Shop. You and Delbert come to kick it with me. Apparently, we've got some other people in the chat just hanging out too. Who all's here tonight, guys? I don't have a list of you, so I can't really tell who's here unless you say something. I was just curious who was hanging out with Nick tonight. Just out of curiosity, hey Nola, what's up, brother? Glad to see you make it. Haven't seen you in a couple of lives, but that's all right. Life gets busy. Glad to see you drop in and show us some love tonight, Nola. Just out of curiosity for everybody in the chat, how many people in the dog pack we got in here? Let me get a hashtag dog pack going. I want to see if we got some dogs in the house tonight. Let me get a hashtag dog pack out of everybody who's actually already over there. We got Marissa in here tonight. Hello, Marissa. Thanks for coming back. Marissa's been hanging out with us a lot lately. Love to see it, Marissa. You're always welcome to kick it with us. Maybe I'll get a lock open sometime tonight. That's why I went ahead and popped the nice easy one first. I jumped straight from white to orange, and I'm having a little bit more trouble with this Avis, but we'll try to work through that. All right, dog pack. We got dog packs dropping all in the house. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Glad you guys are enjoying it over there. I hope you are. My friend Classic Stang and GK Man have been putting a lot of time and effort into that place, and I think it's a really beautiful thing. I think it's something the entire community is going to benefit from and enjoy, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. No, the dog pack you missed because you've been gone for a couple days, as I said. The dog pack is a new Discord channel that is created by a coalition of pickers. We can get you a link going so you can check it out, Nola. You're also invited, of course. More than welcome to come hang out with us in the dog pack, Nola. But yeah, I myself am a bit of a mod there, but there's a team of mods and owner admins that came together to create it, and we've got Greyhound and Dean P as part of the project. We got GQ Man as part of the project, managing the site, and my friend Classic Sting is kind of the owner operator of the site. He's a great guy. You'll also be knowing him as Lockpicking Professor. Well, that's his site, so you'll see him. Right now, he's putting a lot of effort into the site, guys. So, he's a good new friend of mine. I've been helping him with learning some things and meeting some people, and he's been helping me with some cool stuff too. And that's kind of the whole spirit of Lock Sport, guys. We try to come together. Yes, the trolls have missed you, Nola. My goodness, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one with this dog leg tonight, guys. I will try to rake it open just to prove my point, but I'm not getting it. I don't know why. I just can't tell you, fellas and ladies. It's just one of them things. Some days I can pick it, and other days I wonder why I'm even trying. I'm not sure how this day is going yet. This is lock number 2, and we're only about 15 minutes in or so. 22 into the stream, but I wasn't picking when we started. Thank you, Marissa, for sending good friend Nola a link. Alright, that's about enough of that. Let me see if I can rake this Mamacita open. When all else fails, we try rapid entry. When rapid entry fails, we just toss it against the wall and move on. We practice some more. That's the idea, guys. If you spend too much time picking locks that you're not getting picked, it's just going to make you angry. And focus is a good thing. You know, if it's your lock you're trying to beat, main lock, yeah, put in the time and the hours. But if it's one you've beat before that's just giving you a hard time today, I don't lose any sleep over locks you've already picked. I sure don't. This little lock right here has yielded to my touch many times. So it's got two options. It can open up or I can move on and not care. It's just feeling like it doesn't want to drop the pins, guys. Let me try giving it a little rockaroo here. I may have to come out with the triple on it. Let's see if I can get a triple on this thing, guys. The quint doesn't always do it. Maybe if I get the smooth worm triple out, it'll work. If this doesn't work, we'll just move on. I've got plenty other locks we can play with. Oh, I had it there for a second, man. Who's in the back? Oh, I don't know. I guess that's Papa Mick passing by. I couldn't tell you. Probably it. The microwave's over there, so that might be why, Nola. I don't really pay attention to what's going on around me when I'm doing this. Yeah, it just wants to be an a-hole tonight, guys. Well. That is not what I had in mind. So what are you guys all up to tonight? Are we picking some locks? Yes, I do, Nightmare. I'm actually got a few of them lined up for us to play around with. I'm going to be trying to pick around on this A1100 that I've never opened before that I got from Georgia Jim. I'll probably be failing on that, but that will be our focus of failure tonight. I was hoping to get this Abus open before picking my way at it. But yes, I have prepared something for our challenge of the day. And I have my pack lock PL410 Pro, but I was hoping to pick it on my next live lock mail, you guys, so I might save that one. I hope I can get it picked too. That one's really starting to be a pain in my butt, guys. I need my blue belt. I need my 200K in that lock. I've given it a few hours this week at least, and it is just not wanting to cooperate with me at all, guys. Kind of like this one I'm messing with right now. The lock gods are not happy with me for some reason. I must have angered the lock gods. I can feel this one doing a couple of forward kicks, but it's just not catching that last one that it needs. I don't know why. It usually does. So, come on, you. I can feel you trying to spring. This one wants to open. It's just not doing it. Yeah, it's about time to move on from this one, guys. I think I've embarrassed myself enough for now. We'll refer you to the video where Mounta1nM1ck opened that one recently and had a really easy time with it. Some days, guys, some days. And that's one of the things I don't mind showing you. I go for a realistic approach here, and realistically, I don't always get these locks open. Not even some of the ones I've opened before. Why is that, Nola? Why am I having problems with it? I didn't get around to asking you, buddy. Oops. Almost lost my whole chat there for a second, guys. But yeah, we'll continue forward here. Let me get a couple of these open if I can, guys. That was a little demoralizing for me. Before we go to this 1100, I'm gonna need to at least open a few things. So let me get some of the old usual suspects out here. And once my pride has healed just a moment, we will then go forward. All right. So first and foremost, let me get this Clint rake and this master number 3. I'm frustrated and I need an open, guys. I need that little pop that makes me feel better. Come on, little master number 3. You know you want to be the one to not give me a hard time today. There we go. Much better. Sorry, guys. Mounta1nM1ck needed that one to work out. Sometimes you just need one to start going your way for a second. Let's give that dog leg its second chance in the sun. Dog leg with the 25. Put you into the master lock. Oh yes, dog leg. Slamming it down. Let's head on through to a Harbor Freight bunker hill. Get our pop on there. So what are you guys picking on tonight? Mounta1nM1ck would love to know. Let me move some of these banners out of the way too. I think everybody's had enough time to see our locks. Let's make some less cluttered mess on Mounta1nM1ck's live here, alright? Everybody knows about the 250 sub. So again, welcome to Mounta1nM1ck's live. Just want to make sure we use that one. And again, just so you know, as if you didn't, roof, the dog pack is open. And it's wide open, guys. That's why my phone keeps making all these noises you keep hearing right now. People in the dog pack are having a good time. And when they do, Mounta1nM1ck gets some service notifications. So sometimes I'm going to have to figure out how to turn them off just so we can have a peaceful life together. But I'm glad you guys are blowing it up over there, having a good time. That's exactly what it was created for. And goodness knows, I've been hanging out over there, having a good time myself. So, really happy that all the guys kicked in, and got this place together. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun for all of us. Come on, little bunker. You know you want to open. I think what I'm doing, guys, is I'm tickling it too high. I think I got just a little too much meat on this dog for this bunker. I'm gonna need something with a little bit lower attack. So let's swap it up. Let's go for one of these low reaper attacks, because the dog's just got a little too much meat on its bone for the way I'm bottom keyway in this one. I could probably do it from the top, but I don't wanna. Probably should have switched my tension or turner tool over too. I was making the dog do it the hard way. Sorry, dog. Sorry, dog. That was my B, dog. Some of these bunker hills are harder to pick than Master 3s. Some of them are not. It just varies from lock to lock. But really, some of them are a lot harder, I feel like, than a Master 3. Spell Chaka. It's alright, Brett Sucks. From brettsucks.com.pb.localaccesstv.com. brettsucks.org. Going to the shed, eh? That doesn't sound good for somebody. And yeah, it's Mick, not Nick, but I do have a buddy named Nick. Perhaps you've heard of Mr. Nick Matlack. He's a great guy. If you don't know him, tell him you said hello when you see him, because he's a good buddy of mine. There we go. See, never waste your time picking what you can rake open, guys. Just for that, we're going to go ahead and retry picking this one. And if I fail again, we'll rake it again. It is what it is, guys. No shame in my game. An open is an open is an open. Did anybody tell Skip we were broadcasting? Hold on a second, guys. Give me just a second here. We're going to call Skip.
Hey, dude.
Hey, are you awake?
Yeah, watching wrestling.
Well, I'm on live right now if you want to check it out in the chat real quick, but don't miss your wrestling.
I was just fixing to end. It's the last 2 minutes.
Oh, is it? Well, I'm in the chat right now. I'm on right now. I just called you in front of everybody, so say hey.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
That's Skip, guys.
You set me up, dude.
Hey, I just wanted to have you on for a minute, brother. But yeah, drop in the chat if you get a minute. I was missing you. I realized.
Comb my hair or something, you know.
No, you don't have to get on. You can get in the chat and just talk with everybody on there if you want. I just wanted you to know we were going.
Oh, that sounds better.
Yeah,
there
brother.
you go.
Slide on in and say hello.
Alright, I'll be there in a
Skipper.
minute.
We'll see you in a minute.
Thanks for calling, dude.
Of course, brother. Alright. So we will have Skipper in the chat in a second. I realized I didn't tell him before we started, guys. Skip is my homie, so I had to pause everything and give him a call real quick so he could come and join us. I didn't realize he was in the middle of watching pro wrestling, though. He's a big fan, and I like my pro wrestling too sometimes. So, yeah, say what's up to Skip when he gets here, guys. What's the hardest lock so far, Robbie Harrison? I think the hardest one I've actually got open is either going to be this little Ace 38mm, or maybe the green version of this lock right here. I haven't opened this one, but I turned the one that was green into a rock through an accident that I had. So I can't pick it again, but I did open it. It was pretty hard. And the ones that I'm picking right now, I've got a bag full of hateful locks I'm about to show you. We're going to try to pick around on that red 1100 probably. I had a nightmare of a time opening this Lionhead 77 master lock, but it's not anything special. It's just older and it has a springy core. It's still just an M1 with 4-pin, 4-stack. Nothing special, no security pins or anything. It's basically the same as a Master Lock 3. It's just older and it's got a really pretty box on it. So I liked the body with the lion head. I gave one away in our first contest, and actually it's still here. I've got to mail that thing this week. So the hardest thing that I haven't been able to pick, though, Robbie, is this one right here. Raking locks is fast. It doesn't give you the same pleasure, though. That's the thing, Robbie. If you're raking, you do it for money. You rake for dough, and you pick for show. You just want to enjoy yourself and treat it like a 3D puzzle. Then picking is the way. If you're actually trying to get it open for a tactical purpose, time is of the essence. So yeah, I would say that it's rapid entry for raking. But I would also include that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So if you learn hypothetically to single pin pick faster, then you will more consistently get your opens, if that makes sense. Because since when you're raking, you're relying on a random attack. You're basically just waiting until the luck happens. And there is skill involved, so don't say, not all luck, but to some degree, it's randomized. You're affecting more pins at once with a rake. And whereas single pin picking, you're trying to make a more deliberate attack and line it all up perfectly like it were the key. And that's harder to do in a way. So either one is an effective way of opening the lock, obviously. But I would argue that you're still doing more work there than if you want to bypass it. There's destructive entry methods, obviously, and then there's bypassing it where you don't even use the core. So raking and picking are a non-issue if you're bypassing. Some people do shims, some people do the latch pop. There's all kinds of stuff, but usually in lock sport, you're only regarded as having picked it if you single pin pick it, and it's better if it's on camera than if you just took a picture of the open. People like to see you actually pick it, so. And then if it's guttable, people want to see you gut it too to make sure that you didn't change around anything on the inside to make it easier for yourself, because cheating is not cool. So anyway, this is probably the hardest one that I haven't picked as far as I'm concerned. This is my little nightmare that belongs in the bucket. This is an Abus 7440 with a Yale keyway. It is the one of the locks that is on my 250 sub giveaway. You can pick. If you can pick it, because I sure can't. And then this S1100 right here is the American version of the same kind of thing. It's a 6-pin serrated nightmare. I haven't got around to picking that. And then this 410 Lotto is basically the same thing, but in a plastic body. I haven't got around to picking that. I've got a lot of locks gifted to me. I've only been picking for 2 months, and I am trying to make my way through them, guys. I am very diligently working on them. I'll also have a Packlock 100A, which is a 6-pin nightmare from the people at Packlock. It's 1 pin stack short of being a 90A Pro. And yeah, that's the gist of it. Then, of course, as many of you already know, Mounta1nM1ck has been charged with the quest of defeating one of these 2 pack locks for his blue belt. As soon as either one of these locks are open, Mounta1nM1ck will be a blue belt and get a 200K. But man, I will tell you guys, I have not been able to get the open. These 2 locks have lived on camera, so I might try picking around with them tonight. You'll definitely see them on my next live lock mail, and yeah, that's what I've got in the way of more difficult locks as far as what you're asking about. So thanks for asking, Robbie Harrison. Those are my difficult locks. Now I've also got a ton of other locks that are hard to pick. And when I say that, these are the kind of things I mean. This is a Gendic, which looks like a shutter lock by Master Lock. Only this one, as far as I can tell, cannot be bypassed like the Master one. It's got a different keyway and all that stuff. And it's a pretty tough little lock to pick. I have opened that one before. These can be pretty tough. Mr. Walt Cade sent me about 4 or 5 different brands of these. I've only been able to pick one of them so far, and it was the one I owned already. This is the one I could pick. I tried it today and I couldn't get it open. This is from Extra Storage or Extra Space Storage. But there are Abus ones that are really hard, and there are all kinds of ones. Some of them are really not that hard. I feel like I used to get this thing open more often, but they are gritty inside feeling. The tolerances are super sloppy, and if you can try raking one of these too, I would maybe suggest that. Anyway, let's see where we're at here. I've also got some of these Master Lock Magnums. They are the same core as a Master number 3, so it should hypothetically be easy to pick, right? Well, I don't know why, but that's not the case, guys. Something about this big, bulky boron carbide. All it is an M. The one that you saw me pick to start with. This is a Master Lock 5. Well, this is the Magnum version. Its brother, the M5. So this is a 5. This is an M5. For whatever reason, I can slay the 5 all day in my sleep, backwards, sleepwalking. The M5 I haven't been able to get open yet at all. Don't know why. I've tried. It's a nightmare. This one doesn't work great. It came from a return rack, so I don't have a key for it, and I'm not sure it works. But chances are it's just me. I haven't been able to pick it yet. So anyway, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, and I'll move on to picking a little bit. Oh, I see Skip showed up. Skip, thank you for joining us, sir. I've never called anybody in the middle of the show like that, but when I realized my boy Skip never got the notice, he was the one who inspired me to go live tonight, guys. He asked me earlier today if I was going to go live. Thanks, Nola. I appreciate you letting me know that I can message you for some help, buddy. I definitely have been meaning to lean on some of my better picker friends out there. I've just been so busy that when I get time to pick it, it's like 4 in the morning and it's just me, and I don't know. I just don't think about it when those times actually strike, because for a guy who's not that busy, I'm pretty busy all the time, if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but that's how it is. what I'm gonna do before I pick this next lock is find me one of these sweet Walt-Cade printouts to put on my Reaper handle. Walt sent me these really cool 3D handles that go on your Reapers, and they're pretty easy to put on and to take off. So I like using them sometimes when I'm picking because they actually have a really nice feel to them. And they've got this crosshatch design on them. I think they look pretty decent too. Walt did a good job with these. So shout out to Walt. Thank you, Walt, for sending these over to me. If anybody likes these, he makes these, and he also makes the ones. I've got a couple of them, but I don't have one on here right now. But he also makes the ones that'll fit the sandwich style picks, and he also makes the Jimmy Long insert beads. And he made these Reaper ones for me. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, guys, Walt-Cade will make it for you. And all you have to do is get in touch with him and send him a self-addressed stamped envelope. He will make it for you free of charge. You just have to send him an envelope so he can ship it back to you guys. So when you do, let Walt know. You can get a hold of him through me. You can get a hold of him on Facebook. I showed his card a couple times on my last live. But when you do go to get a hold of Walt, all he really needs from you is to know what color you want, how many items of what quantity, and of course he's going to need to know your name and your shipping address. But if you send him a self-addressed stamped envelope, there we go. You shouldn't have a problem with that because he's going to get your information from that, most obviously. So let's pick one more easy lock, and then I will get the vise out, and I will embarrass myself on this 1100 for you guys a little while. We'll continue to hang out and talk, and I'll probably give it at least maybe. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. I don't want to make promises I can't keep to you guys. Alright, that was easy enough. So now we're feeling ourselves. We got some easy pops. Let's put everything back in the box, get it out the way. And that way we've got, and we will get out the Harbor Freight vise and put our 1100 red here from Georgia Jim. Thank you, Georgia Jim. I had a little chat with Georgia Jim earlier today at the dog pack. That's right. If you didn't know, Georgia Jim is also in the dog pack, guys. You can thank the professor for that one. The lockpicking professor asked Georgia Jim if he would represent Covert and himself to a certain extent when he had some free time over at the dog pack. And Georgia Jim has kindly accepted. He said that he would be happy to help out. So that big thanks to Georgia Jim. He has helped me personally a couple of times. He sent me a pack of really cool stuff, including my escort that you guys might have seen on his video of white to black picking with escort. He also sent me the curved sparrows turners that you see me using, and he sent me the black flag set you'll see me using in the future. And he also sent me this replacement 1100. So he is a scholar of a great dude, guys. Can't say enough good things about him, and I will stop talking about him. He is a legend, and you should know that already. So I'm just moving everything out of the way. This Dean P, if you're out there somewhere right now, this is the McTick with a nice little 3D, and it's repackaged. And when I get the chance, I'm going to send this over to you to replace that pig that you broke. And let's see. Let's get our vase pulled over here. Just in case you guys didn't catch that earlier, here they are. These are the cards of Mr. Walkade. There. Let me just show you his email here. That's the easiest way probably for you to get a hold of him. And if you don't know another way to get a hold of him, that's what I would suggest. At any rate, big shout out to Mr. Walt. He's a great dude. He's been a really cool friend to me since I met him when I first got into lock sport, and always loved hearing from him and showing you guys some cool stuff that he sends to me. Alright, I am going to try the old sticking it with the body out of device this time. That's something I'd like to hear in a poll real quick from you guys. For the guys in the chat and ladies in the chat who use a vice, when you put your lock in the vice, do you prefer having your lock the way I have it right now with the shackle in vice? If you like shackle in vice, press 1. And if you like to actually put the body in the vice, press 2. Alright? Because I'm just curious how you guys like to put yours in the vice. I have tried both ways. I'm also interested in anybody telling me why you prefer one over the other. But I have noticed that there's a great schism in the community about which way to vice your lock. And I'm just curious. What are you guys doing with your vice? Alright, it looks like the multitude of people thus far are people who, like myself, usually put the body, not the shackle, in here. I think the reason why, probably too, is because it rockets the whole body forward when you turn it, whereas when you do it the other way, the shackle pops back, but the lock stays put, and that won't hurt your tools. But you have a little more access with it being out like this, I guess is why some people like it this way. So, I don't know, guys. I was just curious as to what you guys were doing. I guess there's really no right or wrong way to do something like this. Sweet. Go Buffalo. Sorry guys, I grew up a Jim Kelly fan. We didn't have a home team in Carolina back then, so without the Panthers existing, I was a fan of the Buffalo Bills back in the Bills versus the Cowboys days era. And the Bills are finally worth a crap again. So the Panthers lost today to Jacksonville. Moving on, it looks like most people still prefer having the body in the vice. So I'm more of a mind to do it that way. Yeah, I know what you mean, Nightmare. I've actually preferred the way my hand rests on my vice in this direction. I have thought about that. I have a really big hand, but when I use it from the other side, I don't know. I've tried it. I've tried it both ways, and it just depends on the lock, really. Some locks I like doing it this way, so I can kind of keep a really tight up above it feel, and other times I like to do it and get really deep over there and have my tensioner way out here. You know what I mean? So it just depends on which lock I'm playing with at the time. For this purpose at the moment, I think I'm going to go with the way I've got it set up right now, which is the body inside and it tilted back just a touch so you guys can maybe halfway see what I'm doing. I'll try to bring you in a little bit better here. And we will see what I can do, but I'm going to tell you guys ahead of time, don't get very excited about picking this 1100. I'm doing it to have something to do while I talk to you guys. That's the truth. So we're going to take our best effort at it. We'll get all of our different turners out here from sparrows, and we'll also have, of course, our reapers on standby, and we'll see exactly what I'm going to use in this thing. I haven't decided that yet. I may try out a Jimmy Long, or I may try out a monkey paw. I may even try out a dog leg. So I may start with a dog leg on this one. I think you guys are just a hair close for me. I can't be crowded, sorry. Maybe when I have to use some zoom in the future. Get this out of the way and put this where I can see you guys talking to me. I think if I have it over here, I should be able to read whatever you guys are saying while I'm picking. Oh, and that'll work. I'll toss my whole wrench packet. I usually have a little bit of elbow is the thing, guys. So let me get the elbow up on the table too. It's not going to make much difference here, but we'll give it a shot. Alrighty. We'll flip it around. I got to top a keyway on this one. Might need something a little bigger than this one. It's flopping around just too much in there. Yeah, that's better. So what's everybody else picking around with tonight? Nola says I definitely set it to be able to rest my hand on the vise because I run an hour-long plus picking sessions. Yeah, Nola, when I'm not on camera with you guys, I usually pick up to about 2 hours in the vise here, so I know exactly what you mean. When I've been picking that pack lock at night, that is about how I approach it. The same way you're seeing right now is the gist of it. It's not identical because the lock's different. And anyway, right now I'm just starting slow and feeling around in there, seeing what I feel, if I'm even touching the pins right, that type of thing. Got something in the back there. There we go. We got a little click on 4. We'll click on 3. Another little click on 3. Click on 1, I believe. Yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time doing the 98 Pro in hand Nightmare. I did at first, but I got my Vice soon after, and I really went to trying to pick more with the Vice for some reason. I think mostly just to get used to it at first, but I do like my tensioner response and less fatigue in my hand from using the Vice, but you can definitely get certain feedback in hand that's different, so like everything else in picking, it's kind of a double-edged sword, where you lose one place, you gain another, and vice versa. Skip says I only use a vice when I intend to have a long session. Yeah, Skip, I pretty much always have long sessions, but that's because I'm still new, so all mine really need to be at least an hour. You know what I mean? It's good for me to get practice in. Sorry, guys, I'm picking up on 5 right now. There we go. Getting a couple clicks back there. Damn, that's a deep one. I think I'm just picking the warden at that point. That's too loud, guys. There we go. No, it says I tend to only pick padlocks in the vise when I do top of keyway, so I don't chew up the keyway. Yeah, that makes sense, Noah. Oh, almost, guys. You see that deep ass fucking turn? I think I moved my fucking whole turner there. Yeah, I do have stamina, Skip. Working in the hot sun for 10 hours a day in garages and on roofs and with little hydration or food, being completely homeless and running on no sleep, and things like that have prepared me through much of a very hard life to have a very strong will, very strong amount of patience, and a decent amount of physical stamina when I'm well rested and well fed. Well, they better. Come on, baby. What's it all about? What's it all about? What you think, guys? Yeah, Nola, I know. That's how I roll too, brother. I've got a 45-minute and an hour and a half long video of me not picking a Packlock 98 Pro. I'm picking around on it the whole time, but at no point is there ever an open in the video, and then the video ends. I tell people all the time, I'm not a magician. I don't purport myself to be anything that I'm not, guys. I'm a guy who loves lock picking and loves lock sport. I'm a guy who's okay at picking some locks sometimes. That's it. That's all. But I appreciate you guys to support me and hang out with me while I try to get better. And I always have promised to you guys that I will spend the time and invest everything I have in trying to make myself better for myself and for all of you. So I will get better as the time goes by. The video will prove that I'm getting better. I just have to keep at it. And I think that I'm basically in a need to start over point on this lock, guys. I think I've passed up something too far. So I might have to go back here in a second. But just hate to go back, guys. It might be time for a reset. I appreciate everybody hitting the like button tonight too. Let me just say, I see I've got 16 people here and I've got 16 likes. So great job, everybody. Thank you very much for the Mounta1nM1ck Love Fest. You guys rock. I saw the numbers today and showed them to Skip for the last week on the channel, and I was really impressed, guys. We've been having a lot of people hang out, a lot of new people checking out some of my new stuff. I put out 6 shorts for you guys this morning to try and get some content going for through the weekend and start of the week. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start over. Let's try a different pick this time, and we will continue. Grits in the house. Cheese grits, NyQuil, Western Massacre, Locksport. Gotta love it, boys. Yeah, buddy. Glad to see my friend come out, hang out. Thanks for coming out, Cheese Grits. Love to see you, my friend. We're just hanging out. Mick decided to do a little live streaming, a little late night scheming and live streaming. So I've got the 1100 sitting here. Just been failing to pick it here. And Buffalo's back here kicking some butt. So it's a good night. I'm gonna be trying the Jimmy Longs now. Every Jimmy deserves a shot, you know? These Jimmys are great tools, guys. There we go. I was starting to wonder where the pins were in this thing. You ever do that, guys? Just go in there and can't find the pins at all? You feel around for about 10 seconds and don't even know where the pins are at? I know there were pins in here. Who is messaging Mick now? This is an A1100 grits, and I'm not picking it. I'm just poking around at it. If I open it, we'll call it picked. But right now, I'm just poking around at it, buddy. I'm not sure if I'm still capable of opening one of these or not. But it'd be a good warm-up since I'm trying to get that stupid pack lock still open, my buddy. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just about pulled myself out of there. You know how that goes. Oh, there's a click. What did we touch there? That was crucial. Something serious went on right there, guys. Full action, maybe. Victory formation. That's what we like to hear. God, dog it. Sorry, guys. Trying to ash my cigarette. It didn't work out. Never does. Had to click on 5. 4 is not a. 3 is good. 2 is good. What about 1? Oh, 1's a little sticky. 1's good. 2, 3. I'll click on 3. 4 is good. 5. 5 got a little quick. I got a spool in the back. That's the problem here. You get it? You get it? Bills win? Sweet, the Bills win, baby. Go, go, Buffalo. Tatanka. 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 I don't know if you guys remember Dancing with Wolves. Tatanka. That's what they call Buffalo in Dancing with Wolves. Tatanka. I think I got an overset, guys. Yep. Must have overset one. Oh, let's see what else we got you guys talking about here. Yeah, heavy submission and bullying. I hear that, Western. I like to bully a lot too. I've been trying to go into the more gentle art of subtle attack. I am no expert in either yet, but I'm making a little bit of progress. Every day I get closer to actually becoming a good lock picker. And it's a work in progress, but that's okay. So is pretty much everything else in my life. So no big deal there. Let's give this thing another shot. I'm just gonna focus this time, guys. I'm sorry, I can't do all that lock picking lawyer narrating and tell you guys where each one's at and stuff. I'm still focusing on becoming a decent identifier of what I'm doing myself, much less telling you guys about it. So you make a deal with Mick. If I get good enough to actually start opening these locks like that, I'll start telling you guys how I'm doing it the same way he does. But while I'm still struggle busting it, I'm going to need you to just assume that I'm lifting pins and doing what any good lock picker would do, and I'm either just failing at something or learning at something. And the opens will be there for some of them, and others you will get to just see me fight the urge to use lots of cuss words and never actually get anything going with them. But that's realistic lock sport, guys. I will show you the bidding in just a minute, Noah. Everybody wants to pick it through the camera. That's what happens when you pick with pickers, guys. Everybody's convinced that if they could only see the bidding, when they could only see the keyway, they could reach through the camera and pick it for you. Nola probably could, though. That's the cool thing. That's why I'm going to show it to him. Let's see. I'm not even sure now, Nola, which one of these is the right key. That's the bad part. I can't tell you for sure which one it is because there's two. I want to say it's this one, but I don't know for sure, buddy. I've got two of them, and the only way I can tell you for sure is to stick it in there, and I'm kind of in the middle of something. So, do you really, really need to know that bad? I'll show you again when I get done losing here, alright? As soon as I finish failing, I'll show you the key, Noah. But yeah, 1100s can be really tough, and I'm pretty sure from what Skip tells me that just picking one doesn't mean that you're going to be able to pick another. So I believe that if you're picking 1100s by the box full, you must be doing something right. Because that's a hard lock to mess around with. So is the pack lock that we've been talking about. These locks are actually serious serious locks, guys. So just start over again. And you don't actually see, I don't know about you guys, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one of these locks actually on something. Maybe in construction, when I was working in Florida, I'd see some of these locks on something every once in a while. But to be completely honest with you, when it comes to America and the locks that I see, it's either some Schlage or Quickset residential stuff, or some really low end master lock Brinks, or possibly, a Harbor Freight style one. Some of the usual suspects we see. I don't see many Abises in real life. I don't see those kinds of exotic European ones for us. People don't really have them like that. I'm sure somebody does somewhere in the country, but realistically, people where I'm from, they just have guns and cameras. They don't really buy nice locks. That's the truth. The secret is the tensioning, Skip. Always. Tensioning it right is always like 75% or more of the battle. The rest of it's just wriggling around something in the keyway. I think that if you got the right tension, you could probably pick most of these with a what's it called? A clothespin or a wire or anything like that. I think as long as you've got a halfway decent hook going on, if you use the right tension, you could probably pick most most things with any rudimentary hook. The tension is definitely the bigger deal. That felt nice. Let's try that again. Get back up there. Yeah, it does, Noah. It definitely has spots where you can barely tap one and it sets. And those little serrated key pins make it hard to tell if you passed already where you're supposed to be. And the spools being serrated spools is a real pain in the butt too, dude. I mean, they really went out of their way to make this a lock that's annoying to fuck with. This Jimmy Pick's wanting to get stuck in there. Come on, Jimmy. I don't want to bend you, Jimmy. That's about to be what happens. I'm not happy about that, guys. I'm getting close to bending a Jimmy long on this thing. It must be me. Oh, man. Guess it's not going to be tonight on the 1100, guys. I'm almost at the point of bending a Jimmy here. Look at this. Now, I can get that straight, but I don't want to keep messing with it right now, guys. Can't believe that. It's not horrible. And it'll straighten pretty good. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but anyway. I don't like it. It's being mean to my picks, guys. So for now, the 1100 will have to live for another day. Maybe I'll come back after it with something else later. But that's all the dejection I can take on camera, guys. If I was sitting here doing it by myself, it'd be one thing, but I can't take a public beating like this. I've already got to take a public beating on the pack lock tomorrow. I need my moment in the sun every once in a while. Nola asked me about the key to this lock, so let me show him the exact one for the one we're playing with. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one. Alright, Nola the Trolla. As you can see, the key still works great on the lock. No surprise there. This is the one that we were playing around with just now, guys. For anybody who's curious, interested, I'm trying to get it. Hold on, guys. Let me come around here. This mirrored image crap just drives me nuts sometimes, and sitting at an angle makes it even harder. There you go. There we go. That is the bidding, guys. So it's mostly from super low to super high. Only there is really low on 2, and then a super high right afterward on 3. So that's the one that's a trap. That 2 to 3 right there is a big switch. And then just to be a-holes, they made 3 a drop, or they made 4 a drop down again, and then 5 above it. So it's definitely a fun one, to say the least. So anyway, guys, that's the kind of bidding that Mick is up against, and it's usually like that. Most of the biddings that Mick ends up with are some of literally the gnarliest biddings that you've ever seen. I'm not kidding about that. I've had lots of lock sporters look at Mick's Watto keys, and I gotta tell you guys, um, here's something that may interest you. Many of Mick's locks were gifted to him. And once upon a time, somebody warned Mick that people gift you locks sometimes because they're the really hard ones that they can't pick, so they want rid of them. So maybe that's how I got some of these locks. I will never know. All I know is when somebody said, "Would you like a free lock?" I don't have the power in me to say, no, I don't want a free lock. That sounds like something I'll pass on. I would never say that, guys. If you have a free lock for me, yeah, I'll be stupid. I'll take it. I'll take the bait. You can send me whatever it is, and I'll fail, fail, fail. But I will still pick on it and have a good time, and I will gradually become a better picker for doing so. So that's one of my really lasting points that I would like to leave all my fans with and friends with. If you feel like you're having a crappy picking day, or if you feel like you're not good at this, nobody's good at this sometimes. It's a hard hobby. And if it was easy, nobody'd want to do it. That's what makes it rewarding when you actually accomplish it. Because not everybody can do it. But if you do put the time in, the actual practice time, to make an effort to get better every day. Don't slack. Actually, make sure you're picking an hour or two a day all the time. If you do that, you will get better. You might not turn into Bosnian Bill or lockpicking lawyer, and you might. It's going to take you time though, unless lightning strikes you and you just turn into an overnight savant and start popping locks by snapping your fingers like you're Merlin. Unless that happens, you're gonna have to sit here and put in the hours just like the rest of us. Some people are gonna have it a little easier than others, but you can put in the work ethic to outgrow anyone if you really have the grind. There is only a very small percentage of people who are so good that they can't be outdone because they also have the grind too. That's what it is. You must have both to really be elite. But somebody with the right starting talent and all the grind, they're going to go a lot further. So now I'm going to pick my way back through some easy stuff. We're going to slay some locks. We're going to talk. We're going to chill. We're going to have a good time. And then we're going to call it a night because Mounta1nM1ck's going to have some cool mail for you guys tomorrow. And we want to save some of our fun time for that. So let me get all this stuff that I want to pick out here. And once all of this stuff is done being played with, we will call it a night. No, I didn't pick it, Skip. If you were paying attention, you'd know that, sir, with all due respect. But absolutely not. I did not pick it. I almost bent a Jimmy Long's gym hook on it, and I decided that the frustration of almost bending one of my favorite Jimmy hooks was enough to make me put it off until later. I will pick it one day, Skip, but to be completely honest with you, I'm more concerned with getting that pack lock fixed than some grimy 1100. I already picked an 1100. I already have evidence of that, and I'll pick another one someday, but if it's not for a while, it won't hurt my feelings. Not one bit. Way to go, Nola. Indeed, way to go, Nola. Nola's a badass guy, in case you didn't know. It's one of the reasons I enjoy having Mr. Nola around. Because not only is he a great friend, he's a great picker. There we go. Just like with anything in life, guys, if you want to get better, you need to have people who are better than you around you. That way you can learn from them. You can soak up some of that greatness. Like a pretty girl's sparkly dress. You can let it rub off on you and hope that it stays forever. You're never going to be able to do that with that. Pop a few of these berserker blocks while I've still got them. Delbert will still be getting these blocks whenever I can send them out. I believe there's a growing want for these things. I did find out for anybody who's interested where these things came from. Um, my friend Jaded Argyle was the one that sent me these, and I have two of them, as you've seen in the pictures in the video before. He got them. I believe that it's West River Rifle. All right, Nola, thanks for coming by. We appreciate you. I know you were talking about Nola, Skip. You're good. Oh, you mean picking the lock? Yeah, you're right, buddy. I was responding to something that wasn't even for me. You were paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, bud. Mountain Mick had a big doobie before he came on, so you'll have to forgive me, Skip. I've got nice slanted eyes right now. Feeling pretty fabulous, sir. I hope you're feeling righteous too. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe. Anybody who's enjoying this, we're doing a little bit of lock picking, lock sporting. This is Mounta1nM1ck. This is my nighttime hangout for all of my lock sport buddies in the chat. Also, if you're into Discord, we have the dog pack going on right now. The dog pack is open, as you can see at the bottom. Now, the dog pack is over on Discord. If somebody would like to drop me a link down there for the dog pack, I would highly appreciate that. Or maybe I'm the one who has to do that. Let's see. Well, I need to keep picking, so hopefully GQ Man or somebody in the chat will be able to do that for right now. Also, I've got my 250 sub giveaway going on, guys. 250 sub giveaway has started. It is available to all pickers across the world. There's a handful of locks that you pick. You show the video of it and tag Mounta1nM1ck in it, and I'll be giving away one of these locks that I couldn't pick earlier. I'll be giving away one of these that is custom engraved, or you can get a really cool version of that or this lock from our friend 44 Delta. And those come painted up black with a really cool Reaper or a really cool Spider. And you can check those out at 44 Delta's website. Yes, thank you, Yin Yet. The Discord does look amazing. My friend Lockpicking Professor, GK Man that you all probably know. I've put that thing together super stupid fast, guys. And it is mega huge over there. I was hanging out in the chats earlier talking to some people. There's a Mounta1nM1ck corner where you can chat with me and do all your cutting up. Everything else is supposed to be kind of a little more tame and enjoyable for all audiences. So if you want to do something stupid, come do it in Mounta1nM1ck's corner so GQ Man doesn't raise too much cane on you. Um, but we have a good time. We post in my spot. We post memes about lock sport and things like that, and have a really good time. Um, but on the rest of it, there is lots of good content organized for new lock sporters to enjoy. That way, if you're wondering where can you find good videos or good picks, or how can you get help on picking a certain kind of lock, there we go. I got another one. We're really rolling through these guys. And there's always a place in the Discord chat for that. So come over to the dog pack, look around. I invite you personally. If you can't find your way there, DM Mounta1nM1ck on Discord. I am Mounta1nM1ck, the same way as on here on Discord. So just look up Mounta1nM1ck on Discord and send me a direct message. Say, hey Mounta1nM1ck, I'm a lock sporter. I want to come hang out with you in the dog pack. And Mounta1nM1ck, no matter what he's doing at the time, will take the time to send you personally an invitation link so you can come hang out with all of us at the dog pack too. There we go. I was able to get pretty much decent rows of those open. Not all of them, but that's okay. Now I'm going to maybe get my maces out and show some of the fine people here. The sparrows maces slaying in action. And I'll do a little more single pin picking too, just because. Um, let's go ahead and get the obligatory master lock number 5 slay out of the way. For all 67 people who are in here, I'm amazed by the fact there are so many of you. Please like, share, subscribe. Mounta1nM1ck is a very internationally friendly channel. Our 250 sub giveaway is for all people. I'm going to put up the ticker at the bottom so you can see what locks you are allowed to use in the giveaway while I smash my way through some of these locks, guys. So the ticker's at the bottom. Please remember to like and subscribe if you can. We passed 250 recently, and we've got at least another 20 or 30 people in just the last day or two. We're really starting to grow here at Mounta1nM1ck. I've got some better graphics I'm testing out and playing around with. I've got my big tattoo adventure coming up with Sparrow's headquarters. The fine people at Sparrow's will be tattooing a new logo on my neck here on my channel. So if you're interested in seeing them do that and seeing some of my shenanigans with them, lockpicking and whatnot, please like and subscribe Mounta1nM1ck, and you will get to see my tattoo adventure with Sparrows as well. There we go. That was a little single pin picking using one of these McNally Reaper number 1s. I'm going to do a little bit of rocking and raking with my maces from Sparrows really quick. While I'm talking about them, I'll use a little bit of their stuff. Let's see here. This time we're going to go with a mace with a triple worm tip. That's kind of smooth and round. So what you're going to do is hold the lock like this. You're going to put the light tension on your tension bar, and I like to call it a turner more than tensioner, because all you really need to do is lightly sit your finger on there, guys. If you're pushing it down hard and seeing an indent in your finger, you're doing too much. You just need the lightest amount of tension to get it to break over. The pins are what's holding this thing from opening, and we're moving that with this. So you don't need to crank it with this so hard, all right? Just start to rock your mace up and down a little bit and add a little tension. And guess what? It's really that easy. The Sparrows maces You can get 2 of them for like 12 bucks, man. You can get the Mace 1 and 2 set that comes with all of these maces and the turners, and you can get the 3D card from Waltcade. Everything will cost you around maybe 25, 30 bucks at most. And then you can be raking and rocking too. That thing fits in the back of my cell phone. It fits in my EDC case, the Reaper, and it also fits in my wallet or my back pocket or anything like that. So let's give this Master Lock 3 a try really quick, and that'll be awesome too. How's everybody in the chat doing? Say hello. If we got any guys from the dog pack out there, give me a hashtag dog pack. Let me see who's actually already in the dog pack, guys. Dog pack has got Greyhound for anybody who's familiar with Greyhound. He's with us over there too. Greyhound, one of my buddies, he's got a live show too. He has worked with Southern Specialties to come out with a line of his own picks. They are awesome. This is a dog leg. I've got a set of them. You can get a set from him if you like. He's got some really nice stuff going on over there, guys. But if you want to keep up with the dog pack stuff, just go over to Discord and join the dog pack. And Greyhound has some really cool stuff coming out soon with our friend Rune Smith. Rune and him are working on a giveaway where you can win a 1 out of 3 ever made custom pick. It's going to be a dog leg like so, only it is going to have custom Rune Smith handles and artwork and design put into it, guys. It's a really pretty pick. There's only 3 being made. One will be for Greyhound, one will be for Rune Smith, and the other one you can win in Greyhound's upcoming competition. So go over to the dog pack and you will be able to find out about that as well. All right. I'm trying to reset and make sure my chat's working with you guys. Somebody in the chat doesn't mind saying hey to Mick, letting Mick know you're all still alive out there. That would be great for me. Everybody who's hanging out, please remember to hit the like button. Double tap your screen. It's really easy, but it helps me get my channel out to people some more so I can spread the joy of lock sport. It does not cost anything to hit the like button, and I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to sit here and keep opening locks for you, like this one right here, and showing you how good some of the things that I've got here are to work with should you be interested in picking locks. Now, Mounta1nM1ck advises you to be legal when picking locks. Thank you, Gems the Clown, for dropping through. I remember you from Dean P's channel. Dean P is a great friend of mine. Dean P is also in the dog pack. So, again, if you're a friend of Dean P, if you like to see Shackleman Cuff Club stuff and handcuff escapes, you need to go check out the dog pack and check out D&P. We also do escape artist stuff, Shackleman Club stuff. There's a lot of really great fun stuff in lock sport, guys. It's an exciting time to be a lock sporter. Now I will continue. I'm going to use a different triple. This is the triple peak instead of the smooth. It's a little bit sharper peaked triple, more like a Bogota. Bogota, Colombia is where this originated, this style. And they're pretty cool too. Yeah, it is cool, Gems the Clown. We've got an awesome new Discord server, and Dean is a very big part of it. So check out the dog pack. The dog pack is open. Yes, Gems the Clown, escape artists too. That's why Dean and you and your friends on the Hollywood Strip are all buddies with us in Locksport because we also love magic and circus and carnival stuff. We are all cut from the same cloth, ma'am. I grew up an Irish gypsy boy growing around in North Carolina and then in the streets of West Palm. We are cut from the same cloth, ma'am. I like clowns. So Welcome, Gems. I'm glad to have you here. Quick open. The Bogotas are really good on these low security style packs. If you've got some of these laying around, you're going to be able to get them open pretty quick when you use these Sparrows Maces, guys. I'm telling you, the rocking and raking action is something that I can get done pretty easy. And I think with just a very small amount of practice, I could show any of you how to do the exact same thing. I'm pretty much showing you right now. All you got to do is get the stuff in your hands, guys. A couple of cheap locks will cost you maybe $5 for 3. You can get all 3 of these like I'm doing right now for $5 at Harbor Freight. Get you some maces or a cheap pick set and start going to town on them, guys. And you will learn lock sport quickly too. So hold it like this, put you a little bit of tension on it. Get your mace in there beforehand. When you put the tension on first, it's harder to get in there because you're already technically picking when you do that. So get it in there, give it a little jimmy shake, a little shakaroo this way, that way, and give it a little in and out scrub too. Oops. Try not to pull your tensioner out of there like Mounta1nM1ck just did. You will find that some of the rakes work better on certain locks than others, which is why there are a few different kinds to try. Alright, let's see if we can get this one to cooperate. It's being a little bit difficult this time. May have to try the smooth one on this one. Yep, let's try the smooth triple again. Some of them like the smooth and some of them like the peaky. I'm not having much luck with this one either. So what you do when this happens is not waste too much time with it. You just rotate around and try different rakes. When this happens, I like to go to my quint rake. So where did I put the quint? There it is. I couldn't get either of my triples to open this one, guys. So then I like to try out my FNG quint rake. This is from Covert Instruments. Any quint rake will do. I'm going to stick it in there and do the same thing, rocking and scrubbing and raking. And maybe, just maybe, I'll get something going on this one. This one is being more difficult for some reason, guys. And when you add a camera to the equation, all locks become a little camera shy. It's natural. Some people try to hide it. They only show you the edits where they're getting every single lock open quick. And here at Mounta1nM1ck, we don't do that. We keep it real. So you're going to see me struggle. You're going to know that I'm a real lock picker because as you can see, I keep it real. Sometimes it's going to take me a little bit, guys, but I will fight for you and we'll try to get that open together. All right? All right. Now, let Mounta1nM1ck talk to you for a second. All those pops have got me all wound up. What's up, Blue Scooby? Mounta1nM1ck's got to grab a little more soda, guys. Just bear with me for one moment. Blue Scooby Wagon has entered the chat. I've known Blue Scooby since I very first held my first picks in my hand. He was a very highly trusted friend of mine. I'm glad to see he dropped through the chat. Blue Scooby's in the dog pack too. So if you want to talk to Blue Scooby and other purple belt ranks like Scooby, we've got a lot of really great guys over there. So again, if you're looking for lock experts to talk to and trying to find somebody to help you learn some picking, check out the dog pack. The dog pack is open, and you can come hang out with all of us there. I may have to invite you directly for you to get in, unless somebody wants to be the one to throw up. GK Man is here. I'm glad to see GK Man is here because GK Man, excuse me, guys, GK Man can give you guys a link to the dog pack. So, GK Man, if you get a free second, sir, please, if you would, bless the chat with one little dog pack link for all of us. We've got a lot of people coming in and out right now, and that's good. Mountain1nM1ck's going to keep picking some locks to entertain the people. I'm going to do some rocking and raking and some chilling and baking. And for anybody interested, please check out the dog pack. As I said, it is a new Discord server hangout for pickers all over the world. So my man GK Man is working to get you a link in the chat right now. When you see the dog pack link, please, if you would like to check it out, follow it over to Discord. Go ahead and join us really quick. You won't be disappointed. I'll actually be over there hanging out and talking to some people right after I end my live tonight. And when I do, you can find me in Mounta1nM1ck. There will be a chat text called Mounta1nM1ck. It's a little corner just for me and my people to have a little fun. If you're going to do anything ridiculous or put any silly photos up, use any coarse language, please do it in Mounta1nM1ck, guys. I think I can maybe get GK Man to let us slide just in my spot, but the whole site is not for those shenanigans. The whole site needs to be for family and younger people to be able to look at, guys. So please, if you want to do anything that's adult content, etc., please try and do it in Mounta1nM1ck, okay? Let's just maintain keeping that to MySpace, so that way the rest of the site can be a more respectable place, and all of you rogues can come hang out with good old Uncle Mick. It is good in the chat now, guys. You've got 6 hours from right now to get into the dog pack through that link. So follow it when you get a chance. You can add the Discord server link. But if you don't do it while we're live, basically, you're not going to be able to get in that way. You'll have to wait till another time to get in. If you do need to get caught up getting into another one, what you should do is message Mounta1nM1ck and say, hey, Mounta1nM1ck, I messed around and didn't get in the dog pack the other day when you told me to go ahead and get in the dog pack. I don't know why I waited, but I'm really dying to hang out with you guys and see what all the fun's about. Well, goodness, these maces are a slayer tonight. And you wonder why I even pick up the other picks, don't you? So, as I said, get yourself over to the dog pack. You're going to have a great time. You will laugh. You will enjoy yourself. And if you want to learn about lock sport and hang out with some really fun, awesome people from the community of lock sport, it's another great avenue to do that with, guys. That's what it's for. It is for community. It is for you guys to learn and grow and enjoy it with all of us. So I am happy to be a part of it. I do serve as a mod of some sort over there, but the power lies above me. I yielded any power of such type. I told them, no, it's too much power. It's too much for Mounta1nM1ck. Mounta1nM1ck cannot be trusted with such power. So I passed on the power. Sometimes being the Danny Ocean of the team means knowing that other people are better at certain things than you are. So you got to just pick a crack team of guys and let them cook, guys. Let them cook. Don't go get a crack team of experts and then get in their way. That's really, really stupid. So we have a crack team of experts headed by the one and only GK Man. So make sure that you say hello to GK Man. Give him some love and respect. He had built a massive channel to hang out at for you guys. So we appreciate him for his masterpiece over there. He's a great guy. And he will be tending to the server while we get everything super cracking and having fun over there. if you have any suggestions for improving it somehow once you are there, please let Mountain1nM1ck know. Mountain1nM1ck will be happy to discuss with Lockpicking Professor and GQ Man, um, and take a vote with Greyhound and DNP that we possibly go in the direction of what you suggest. So we are definitely open to suggestion, and we would like to make it as best we can for all of you. Why what's up, dude? Thanks for coming to hang out in Mountain1nM1ck tonight. Just doing a little bit of last minute picking my way through some stuff. Just wanted to enjoy hanging out with you guys some tonight. I'm gonna have a nice Mountain1nM1ck live lock mail tomorrow, I expect. Hopefully the lock mail that I expected yesterday will still come in tomorrow. So maybe be watching out for that, guys. I will announce it the way I did the last one. Now this one I didn't announce because there will be times when Mountain1nM1ck just wants to do some picking and pops up out of nowhere. And that's what I did this time. But rest assured, if you are a big fan of the channel, that any of our really important, super important stuff might get mentioned in places and times like this, but I will always schedule ahead whenever it is some massive new cool thing that you guys got to be here for. Like when I did the rollout the other night of the dog pack. That's why there was a dog pack message to let you guys know we were going to be doing that. We also, I will mention again, are having our 250 sub giveaway. So if you haven't entered the 250 sub giveaway, please do. All you have to do is send in a video of yourself popping one of the locks on my list, and if it needs to be gutted, gut it. For every one that you open, you will get one entry. Elroy's Toys did a massive entry of 410 lottos the other night, guys. He popped a handful of them in one video. He's going to get an entry for every one that he opened in that video, and you can do the same thing. And it runs until October 1st at midnight. That's basically you have all of September until right here in East Coast time. And we will do the drawing the following, it'll be the weekend coming after that, within a few days. So on the 5th, we will do the drawing at 5 p.m. on the 5th, Eastern Time, 5 p.m. on the 5th, guys. So I think both of them are pretty easy to remember. I tried to make it that way. I usually do not just for you, but also for me. So please come hang out and enjoy the 250 sub giveaway. If you win the giveaway, you will have your choice of a Master Lock A1100 that is engraved specially with whatever you want on it and whatever color you want it. Or you can get either one of the 44 Delta locks that you like, either the 1100 or the pack lock. His are in a black with like a Reaper or a Spider painted on them. They're really cool collectible locks. So that is why they are part of the giveaway. So that's one of the options as well. Chuck Soup. No, Chuck, you cannot get an entry for everyone that Elroy's Toys opened. He got an entry for everyone he opened, sir. If it worked like that, everybody would just get the same amount of entries, and we'd literally be all back at 1 or 0. But I like your enthusiasm, Chuck. Don't worry, Chuck. I've seen many of these things happen before where somebody picked one lock and only had one entry and still managed to win. It happens all the time in these big giveaways. But you don't have to chance it like that, you know. You do have all month to make as many entries, video-wise and lock-wise, as you like. There are a multitude of locks to choose from, And because of that, you're really the master of your own destiny. Don't listen to me, Chuck Soup. Listen to the rules, sir. The rules are posted. I'm high, sir. You don't want to listen to what I say. You want to listen to what I write. And you can read what I write if you go on over to the dog pack. There is a 250 sub giveaway spot for Mounta1nM1ck at the bottom of the list of stuff. You can see Chuck Soup's entry there. You can see Elroy's big entry over there. And you can see at the top, pinned to the top, Mounta1nM1ck's rules about how Chuck Soup will not be getting massive amounts of entries from somebody else's video, regardless of what he thinks Mounta1nM1ck said or what Mounta1nM1ck did say. As I said, what I say doesn't matter. What I write is what matters. And you know that even if that were the case, I was very clear when we started the contest that rules never change. They are well defined right at the very beginning, and then that's it. So I never said anything getting entries for other people's videos, and that should let you know that it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But still, I like it, Chuck. I like it. Not enough to give you an entry for it, but I do like it. You do have a couple of entries, though, Chuck. At least one, I know. You did have a nice video, Chuck. Yeah, Elroy's Toys did slay with that. Honestly, I think he has every Moki tool and every 410 lotto in the state that he lives in, guys. I wouldn't be surprised. If you see that video, to his left, you will see a pile of Moki that are bigger than my entire set, guys. Like, I don't know if you can see how many picks I have over here, but Elroy's Toys, he's at least got that many Moki, alright? It looked like a Moki factory sitting on his table, guys. A lockjaw sticker and Moki factory. Beautiful picker's paradise he's got going over there. My goodness, we're down to 3 little locks to play with. Mounta1nM1ck is pushing up toward the 2-hour mark, and we're probably going to wrap it up here in a little bit. I don't want to go ridiculously long this time, especially when we've got a live to do tomorrow. So we're just going to hang out for a little bit longer, and then we will run out of here and back to hanging in the dog pack for the night. Does anybody have any other questions about how the entries work, etc., etc.? I've tried to put it out in many places, where to do what lock to pick, all of that good stuff. Still, I find people every day who want to know more about the contest, and that's quite alright, guys, because Mounta1nM1ck will tell you again whatever you need to know. Mounta1nM1ck has the time, patience, and love for all of that. He wants you to win. No, the same lock video doesn't give you one. Sorry, Scooby. That's not even clever. It's cute, but it's not clever. It's like you guys are just struggling to find the easiest way to get DQ'd is what you're doing. That's what it sounds like to Mounta1nM1ck. It sounds like you don't want to win. And that's a shame, because the 1100 and the locks from 44 Delta are respectable prizes. I would think anybody would want something like that. But hey, if you want to forfeit your chance at that, that's okay. I mean, I'm sure that the lock guy will be very happy to hear that he has less competition this time around. He's still waiting for anybody to challenge his fastest time from the 100 sub, by the way, guys. You're more than welcome to give that a shot as well if you think you've got it. If you can give me a video picking the first challenge faster than the lock guy, I'll have something cool for you. But I do warn you, as I've warned you before, Sushi! Sushi in the house. guys, Isamu Sushi has stopped by. One of the greatest, nay, possibly the greatest picker in lock sport abroad. Oh, it's okay, Chuck. I'm just busting your balls, buddy. I'm never triggered, buddy. I just have to harass you if you're going to harass me. That's how it works. I'm Irish. We love each other. Well, that's how I thought it worked anyway. You know I love you, Chuck Soup. You're my first subscriber. Out of all the subs, you were number one. If anything, I might give you an extra one for that. Isamu Sushi is in the house, guys. Sushi is the kind of guy that will turn his phone on while he's at work, not even get to listen to half of it, and still leave it running. That's the kind of cool support you get from some of your friends, guys. Oh, let's see. Anything else I want to get out of here for the night? Anything? Is there no one else? Is there no one else? Okay, guys, we'll pick around with these two, and then we will give it the wrap for the evening, okay? Mounta1nM1ck's got a lot of stuff to clean up afterwards, so we can talk and do the goodbyes while I'm cleaning up. I'm going to pick these two locks for whoever's still hanging, and then we will move on with our nights. If anybody's got a live planned for after Mounta1nM1ck, now would be a good time to let Mounta1nM1ck know, because we'll be happy to try and send everybody from here to there. Whose link do you need, Sushi? Sushi needs a link? What kind of link you need, Sushi? I'll be sure to make you a link. I'll consider making you a mod, Sushi. You're a really good buddy of mine. I'll consider giving you the blue wrench of power. I try not to spread it around too much. GQ Man is really my top dog when it comes to the blue wrench, but I've got a couple other guys to have his back, and they both are pretty usually in here. Yeah, you're right, Sushi. I was just making sure. Yes, Blue Scooby, you can do that. Absolutely. You are allowed to submit the same lock over and over. It just has to be different picks. You can actually repick the same lock in the same video as long as you gut it at the end. I don't care if you don't gut it the other 20 times. And you save yourself some trouble. And as long as it doesn't have, crappy editing that lets me know that you screwed around. But also, yes, like I said, I wanted to make it available for everybody, so you don't need all of the locks to enter, guys. You can use the same lock and do all your entries with that same lock. I'm totally cool with that, okay? So, for anybody curious about what Scooby was just asking me, yes, you can absolutely use the same lock over and over and over again. And I have no problem with that. Oh, is it because of that? It is because of that. Oh, I thought it would let me do it. There it is. Okay. I got something else for you too, Scooby. While we're here and you're here and I want to tell you about it, I got something else for you, Scooby. Say something. Speak to me, Scooby. You can use the same lock in multiple videos, or you can use the same lock multiple times in one video, Scooby. Either one. I don't care how many times you pop the same lock. You can send them in. You will get credit for each one of them. So yes, sir. The same lock is not an issue whatsoever. You can use it any way you like. The only point is to pick one of the locks on camera, gentlemen. If you pick one of the locks on camera and make sure that the gutting goes down, if it is a gutter, that is all I care about. Do that and you will get an entry for every time the lock pops open. Okay, Scooby? Speak to me, Scooby. Are you still there? Do you copy? My goodness. It's always one of the last ones that want to be this way, isn't it, guys? Where did Scooby go? Did I boot Scooby out somehow? I hope not. Scooby will never come back if I kicked him out. Oh, rake action. Let me make sure this thing's not jammed, guys. Sushi. So we've got a link for Sushi in the chat there, guys. If you would like to go check out Sushi, please do. Sushi is a great guy, great picker. He shows off some antique locks here and there. Mick is a big fan of antique locks. I told you this thing was just stuck, guys. Did you see me slap it with that other lock? That's what happens. One lock gets jammed up from picking and stuff, and before you know it, it just won't pick right. And the reason why is because everything's stuck and hung up in there in an overset. Anyway, one more lock to go, and we'll start wrapping it up, guys. Scooby, if you're still there, please say something. I need to tell you about something, but I need to know that you're still here. Not gone to the refrigerator or something. Or the men's room. Or wherever you may roam when you're not at the Scooby keyboard. Where has Scooby gone? We lost Scooby, guys. R.I.P. Scooby. Oh, there he is. What happened to your name, Scooby? Your name looks different, Scooby. What happened to your name? And I got it open. We'll go do another one on that one just because it was easy. And because Scooby's back. Delbert says him and Shaggy are making a sandwich. Yep, that is correct, Shuck Soup. Yeah, your chat's lagging, my chat's lagging, all our chats are lagging, Scooby. That's how it goes, man. Yes, sir, that is the case, Scooby. You have been anointed with one of the rare Mounta1nM1ck wrenches of power, sir. I've known you from day one. I trust you very much. Don't abuse the wrench. I try not to have to take anybody's wrench. I don't think we're going to have problems with that from anybody. Everybody has limited wrench power as is. I'm still the Lord God Almighty of this channel. But I have given a few people the standard mod blue wrench of power so that they can watch my back and keep things flowing here without me wasting time on things I don't need to waste on. So, yep, it is the cost of the blue wrench. It's probably also just because, I don't know, that's just how things go. Maybe it's just the YouTube way of telling me, Mick, you've been on too long. There we go. We got it open again. Yes, Scooby, give the laugh of power with your wrench, sir. if ever somebody deserved to be a mod, it's Blue Scooby, guys. Blue Scooby has been instrumental to this channel. Blue Scooby used to help me with things before there was a channel. He has always been an inspiration. He has gone way up in belts since we met. And I just want him to know that I still got big love for him. So come through and flex that wrench from time to time, Scooby. We love you at Mountain1nM1ck. Lock guy is here. Yeah, I'm lagging too, Sushi. Same reason, brother. It's a little bit extra smoky tonight at Mountain1nM1ck's. There is smoke on the mountain, sir. And we are not burning a bonfire tonight. But we do have some items that have went up in smoke. I'm putting away my locks for the evening. I'm going to turn this good old camera around and hang out with you guys for the remainder of this little chat and chill session. Let's go front facing camera here for the end of the show so Mountain1nM1ck can kick it with everybody. Yes, Blue Scooby is now a brown belt, but can't pick most of his blue belt locks. So more skill must be acquired, he said. I totally get it, Scooby. I'm still struggling on live stream to get my 1100 open, and I'm a green belt. I had to get one of these open for a green belt, so that's how life is sometimes. And this pack lock here, this one and the other one, they're both giving me fits, and I'm trying to blue belt up too, sir. But that's kind of something that I'll probably open on one of these days where I pick it late at night for like 2 hours, and it finally flies open, and I edit the video way down for pack locking you guys. And I don't know if I actually get it on video. I'll show you guys the entire nightmare, maybe. But I don't know if I've got that much video space. I might have to delete it a handful of times. But either way, I'll be getting it open. And tomorrow I'll have some really cool new stuff to work on it with. That's probably what we'll be doing, hint, hint, during Mountain1nM1ck's Lock Mail Live tomorrow. I should be getting some new goodies, and I have promised someone I will use them to try live on this thing here. So if you want to see me fail even harder than I failed tonight with the A1100, oh buddy, just wait till tomorrow. It is going to be a freaking fail fest, okay? But I'm going to do it in style. You know, I'm going to do it in fantastic style. Not because of me, but you'll see one when I unwrap the package. You'll see what kind of style we're rocking. So yeah, we'll look forward to seeing that tomorrow. Let's also go with the quick Q&A for outro here. This is one of the default questions that they give you, so I figured whatever. We'll use it. We'll ask really quick. And in the future, I'll have a different one sometimes from time to time. Everybody in the chat, Q&A, what is the best lock you can pick? Because Mountain1nM1ck, he already has assessed earlier tonight that the A1100 is the best one probably, or the Ace 38mm is the best one. One of these two is the best that Mountain1nM1ck has accomplished. So what is the best that you've ever picked? That's what I want you to say while we're wrapping it up here. Tell me in the chat, what's the baddest A lock that you've ever got to actually open? Doesn't matter if you raked it, by the way. You can say if you raked it or SPP'd it. Mountain1nM1ck doesn't care. I just want to know what the awesomest lock open you ever got was. And if you want to get really into it, tell me what, how long it took you. If it was a bad one for you and it took a long time, tell me how long it took. Chuck Soup, by best lock, I mean perspective-wise, what would you consider the hardest lock accepted by others as hard that you've ever been able to open? And it doesn't have to be the hardest one by everybody's talent for you. Just one that you struggled with but opened. That's what we'll call the best lock, Chuck. That's what my real premise here is. What's the one you struggled the most with, and then you got it open? And if that's not the best lock that you ever faced, then tell me both. Tell me what you struggled with, and tell me what was really badass, but that you had an easy time opening. If you're that good, or if you got that lucky, I'd love to hear about that as well. Lock guy says one of his best is a Medico original. That's a really tough lock. I don't think I've even imagined trying to pick one of those yet. I know biaxials and all of those with the bars and sliders and stuff. I haven't got into that yet, guys. That is beyond Mick's current ability. Chuck Soup says that effing CPOX that he got from Lady Locks. I saw that video, Chuck. That thing was a nightmare for you, brother. Is that the same one where you had it open but you didn't realize it, and then you switched tensioners and got the open? Tell me which one that was, Chuck. I saw a video of Chuck, and he was picking on a lock and wouldn't open. He went to switch tensioners, and when he switched tensioners, it popped open. He had it picked and didn't realize it. It just had that much of a fight to it. Tell me which one that was, Chuck. Chuck says he also single pin picked a Master 410 Lotto. That's one of our locks in the challenge tonight. Let's see what else we got here. Mr. Happy, welcome. I didn't know you were hanging out with us tonight, brother. Nice to see you here. I mean, I knew you over here. This is our resident Mr. Happy for when Mr. Happy real life is busy. So we've always had Mr. Happy here, but the real Mr. Happy has joined us. Glad to see you're here, Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy says the 90A Pro, I know that he was having a hard time with it because he was picking it as I've been picking it too, but he actually got his open. He says it took him 2 weeks, and I know he was working on it a lot, and he's a good picker, guys. Mr. Happy is a really great friend of mine as well. But yeah, I was really happy for him when he got his 200K because, as I said, we were both working on it. And when I finally got to see him get it on video was the big deal because he actually opened it several times, but that's part of the trick, guys. You can't just open it. You've got to get it on tape. So I was talking to him over the course of a couple of weeks while he was trying to get this thing actually picked and on tape so he could get his credit for it. And when he did, it was a big celebration, as it should be. Let's see what else we got here. Sushi says my first single pin pick 1100 over 3 weeks. All of a sudden things just clicked and now they are comforter locks for him. That's really cool, Sushi. That's how it is sometimes. Once you get a little further in, I imagine. Some of the locks I've struggled with have become more comfort for me. Normally, I'd say that Abus Orange that I failed at tonight is comfort for me, but you guys saw me fail on that one, so I guess it's not feeling too comfy today. Scooby says Gold P. The Gold P, which is, I believe is a mortise lock, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong about that. But I know I've seen the Gold P before, and it's a tough one to crack too. That's a little out of my current reach. I think that's going to be a blue or a purple. And maybe an SFIC. I'm not positive. You have to ask Scooby about that. That's why I have Scooby around, guys, because he can actually pick those kind of things, and he knows what he's talking about. So if you don't know Scooby, you need to get to know Scooby. Also, Scooby's getting ready to have his video soon, I hope. It's about time for that night watch there, Scoobaroo. Gotta see you go live, buddy. We're ready to see you do your night watch run. Let's see, who else? Mr. Happy's in the chat, of course. All very happy to see you, Mr. Happy. Oops, I left my own chat. Chuck Soup also says, I got a quick set Smart Key Gen 3 open once on accident. Wow, Chuck, that's a tough lock. I know. I've seen a lot of people racking their brain and crying about that Smart Key. I haven't tried one of those out yet, but naturally, like all terrible things, I will give it a shot. And Sushi says, love them Japanese dimples as well. I have a brown belt and a black belt. Well, that's cool, Sushi. Those are some hard locks, bud. I haven't got into dimples yet. I do have some black flags to give them a shot soon. I think I have a couple of dimple locks inbound from one of my friends. I'm not going to give away who, but I'm pretty sure that just the other day when we were talking, he said that there was a dimple or two in there for me. So, looking forward to that. I got a lot of cool lock mail coming up for this week, guys. So, definitely stay tuned. I'm going to get some really cool things in this week. Also, uh, have been talking to my computer tech guy locally. My computer tech guy tells me that any day now he will be finished with the laptop for me to come pick up and get to work using it for you guys. So, really looking forward to that. Um, I've been waiting for him to finish with all the refurbishing and additional RAM installation and stuff like that. I like to suit my stuff up a little bit before I give it a whirl. I used to have a really cool laptop when I was in college. It worked probably for 10 years because I made it so nice when I bought it. The first thing I did was add a bunch of virus protection and clear out all of the crap that I didn't want in there. Uh, get some Norton on it, get a VPN, and it had good wireless. It was the first one I ever had with wireless. It had a 17-inch monitor, so it had a full keyboard with the little dial on the side. I love all of that kind of stuff, guys. Mountain Mick has been a laptop style computer nerd for much of his life, and I started back in the days of Dell's and Gateway. Gateway was everywhere, and Compact Presario is what we had at my house. We were using dial-up internet and Shamrock, and we were using AOL 2.0. This is the glory days of dial-up modem internet, guys. Back when somebody called your house and it booted you off, so we would have totally lost our lock sport. But we'd have never had this anyway, because it would have took 3 hours to download 10 seconds of Mountain Mick going. I'm being totally serious. Anyway, thank goodness for technology getting to this point so we can all hang out and pick locks across the world with each other in real time. Um, we all thought that Jim Carrey was being crazy when he said you could play Mortal Kombat with a friend in Tokyo on Cable Guy, and that line was very true. You can definitely do that now. We're living in those times. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Yeah, a laptop I'm really looking forward to, Sushi. I actually had another funny laptop story today to tell you guys about. Um, while I was talking recently to my tech guy on the phone, I also was hanging around in the dog pack, and some lowlife tried to sneak in the dog pack and offer giving away an Apple laptop. Now, Mountain Mick saw this quickly, and Mountain Mick jumped on the opportunity to get said laptop. Wink. So I started messaging said person just to see what they were really about, and they very quickly made it clear to Mountain Mick that they were really in a hurry to get this thing sent for some reason, and it was just burning a hole in their pocket to have it. So what they needed me to do most was to spend somewhere between $50 and $70 on FedEx shipping that I would need to send them the money through Zelle or some form of payment like that. Guys, does Mountain Mick look like he's got sucker written on his mother effing forehead? No. Okay, if you hear some too good to be true, half-assed joint like this rolling across your screen, you already know what's going on, guys. Okay, Mountain Mick also knows what's going on. Mountain Mick doesn't like people trying to scam his friends in his brand new friends Discord server. So if you're going to try to be scamming people and screwing people out of money and being an exploiter, maybe don't come do it in Mountain Mick's territory, because I will find you. I will Liam Neeson your ass, okay? These people are nice, good people. They trust each other because Locksport is full of good people. So don't come feed on that and be some lowlife and try to get a bunch of $50 donations for some crap trash free laptop that you already said was 5 years old, but we all know it doesn't really exist. That's all Mountain Mick's going to say about that, but somebody's banned for life from the dog pack, and if I see anything like that come across my screen again, similar measures will be taken. Don't come back under a different name, whoever you are. You will get similar treatment quickly, rapidly, every single time. And if you make it an issue, I will definitely have my super cool hacker buddies. This is hacker world that you're messing with. The same people who pick locks are into high security computer technology and security equipment. We know how to access different computers. We know how to access cameras. We know how to pull IP addresses. We know how to get addresses. You don't want to screw with these people I'm talking about. So stop trying to make crappy exploit money out of my friends with laptops that don't exist. That is all. Let's get back to playing around with fun stuff and saying goodbye to each other and moving on with our wonderful lives together. And if you guys want to come hang at the dog pack, you can also be sure that Mountain Mick is going to be around with all of his buddies to make sure you don't have to deal with this kind of crap, guys. We're not going to have people asking you for that. If somebody offers you something like that and you're in our server, please let me know and I will deal with it for you accordingly. Now, if you want to sell some cool lock sports stuff and trade cool lock sports stuff and that type of thing, cool. If you guys want to meet each other there and then message outside about trading Pokemon cards for cigarettes, I don't care about that. But if you're going to be some lowlife trying to scam people and be a welcher, basically, I told you guys about welchers. Mountain Mick's Irish. Welching is making a deal that you don't follow through on. And it is a cardinal sin that will get you totally effed up among my people. You know, if you want to get a hand cut off or something, or your tongue cut out of your face, that's a fine way to do so. So just don't try to scam my friends. That's all. Thank you, Sushi. I'll try to do what I can, brother. I'm gonna quick pop a couple locks really quick, and maybe not. I think I'll just close it out for tonight, guys. Um, I got to get all this stuff put up. I got to eat a little snack for the night. I will be hanging out over at the dog pack if anybody wants to chit chat. Um, I'll probably go check out Mountain Mick's for a little bit. Also, the general areas and whatever else we got going on over there. Um, I always enjoy hanging out with you guys, chatting a little more. But it's just only so much smoking I can do on camera, and so much not picking locks I can do without calling this something besides a lock sport channel. So I try to keep it to the lock picking when I'm over here, even when it's an impromptu live. So I'm gonna get all the sweeter locks back in Mountain Mick's big lime green man purse. And as I said, thanks guys. I appreciate everybody coming to hang out with Mountain Mick. We're gonna throw up the see you in on the next stream sign to let everybody know we're cranking it down a little bit. Yes, exactly, Sushi. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming to hang out with Mountain Mick. Tomorrow I will have a big live mail live I will schedule it so I'm not toe stepping on anybody, and so that I can make sure everything's lined up properly and that everybody has a chance to get over here and hang out if they want. You guys have been awesome as always. Really enjoyed hanging out and picking some locks with you guys. As I said, I can't always get them open, but I will be real with you. I'll show you the fails, I'll show you the wins, and I'll show you what Mounta1nM1ck is about. So, I'm almost done getting my stuff put away, guys. If you have any suggestions, comments, things like that, please feel free. Come over to Mounta1nM1ck's in the dog pack. Let me know what you're thinking about. Tell me what you thought about the live. Tell me what you're picking on. Maybe give me some advice on what to do with this pack lock that I've got to pick tomorrow. Look forward to all of that. Almost got it done, guys. So, yes, for everyone who's here. Oh, yeah, of course, Dean. Not just a regular Shaka Zulu. We will go with this skeleton Shaka. That's going to be it for us, guys. Skeleton Shaka Zulu from my boy Dean. Everybody out there, have a great time. Watch out for stupid people. If you find stupid people in the dog pack, let Mounta1nM1ck know, and we will make sure that we get back to having a good Shaka time. And we don't have to put up with that crap. That's the whole reason we created it, guys, to avoid the BS. So, for everybody at Mounta1nM1ck, and everybody also over at the dog pack, I love you guys. I will see you for my live tomorrow, whoever wants to come by and hang out, and I'll let you know when I'm about to do it, guys. Happy picking. Have a great freaking night. Mounta1nM1ck's out of here, guys. See you next time.